Keep it locked on KJ and Kirby in the morning.
Oh, very funny.
On My 96.
The big news over the weekend locally. In fact, hang on a sec here. Hang on a sec. There she is as she makes her way to the studio. We are joined by royalty. Allie Mullen is joining us here as well. You might remember her, the former Miss Stampede locally. She did such a fantastic job of representing our city and our local Stampede. Earlier this year, she announced her intention to maybe try to become Miss Rodeo Canada. I mean, you know, it's a bit of a gamble, maybe. I don't know. But she put her hat in the ring, so to speak. And look at that. Look what happened this past weekend. Allie, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you guys so much for having me. It's good to be back.
Hey, it's so good. So when did you arrive back in town?
Just last night, actually. I still had some stuff to wrap up as Miss Rodeo Canada after the rodeo was finished Sunday afternoon, but I made it back home last night.
I was watching the video as they were announcing the winner from the CFRA. Is that right? CFRA?
CFR.
CFR. Yeah. There we go. And not up on my rodeo stuff. And then, you know, you girls were all holding hands and awaiting the announcement.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was announced. How was that feeling?
That
must have felt amazing.
Weird. I actually, people keep asking me what I was feeling, and the best I can come up with is I was feeling numb. Like, I just didn't even know what I was feeling anymore because there was so much built up nerves and excitement, and it was a crazy moment, and I'm just so happy it worked out the way it did.
I mean, the other girls were great, right? There wouldn't have been a bad choice. But boy, talk about the support of Hatters, though. There was the People's Choice part of it all. That was a part of it too. And so, could you feel the support while you were there?
Oh, definitely. I had support from all over. Definitely coming from Medicine Hat right here. We did a big fundraiser before I went out that I came and talked with you guys about.
Yeah.
And there was so many people who came out and supported there. And I was actually very fortunate to win the People's Choice this year, which is voted on Facebook. And so that just, it really means a lot to me that I had that much backing going to Edmonton.
Well, Now it all begins because I know that other Miss Rodeo Canadas that I've talked to, it's a full-time job. It's a full year commitment. I mean, you get a little bit of time here now, but in just a few days, you're off to Vegas for the National Finals Rodeo, which is probably the busiest week of all.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy. It's pretty exciting that they let us start off with that as our huge first event. I've never actually been to the NFR in Vegas before. I've never been to Vegas. So I'm really excited just to get down there and to meet all the rodeo queens down there and take in some rodeo.
There's plenty of trouble if you're looking for it in Vegas. Good for
Apparently
you,
it stays in Vegas, though, so that's good.
Well, hopefully I'm not too much on the trouble end of things.
No,
I can't see that.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then what else? What are some of the duties and responsibilities and obligations? What will the next year include for you from everything you've heard?
So as Miss Rodeo Canada, I will be traveling not only across Canada, but also into the United States and probably Australia, promoting rodeo and our country, Medicine Hat, you know, all of those things. So it's going to be a big responsibility. I'm hoping to get to as many big rodeos as I can. And then also not just rodeos, but promotional events within Medicine Hat, within Canada. Last year, Samantha Stokes did lots of like school visits and fundraisers and that sort of thing. So I'm hoping to be able to do some of that in my own year.
So when you go to Vegas, do you get to bring your own horse? I mean, a lot of it is horsemanship after all. And so tell me about that.
So actually, the horsemanship competition that I competed in Edmonton for Miss Rodeo Canada, they require us to draw our horses' names out of a hat. So we choose 3 different horses for the 3 different parts of the competition, and that kind of tests us to see how we handle different situations and different horses. And that's going to be a strength that I have going into the National Finals Rodeo because I've been tested that way already.
Well, and that's your family background too. I mean, you're like practically the horse whisperer part too. Sorry, Robert Redford, but he's got nothing on her.
I want to talk about your Glam Squad because I'm sure as, you know, holding the title like you do, you must have an entourage of people who help you, you know, dress for these events and get ready for these events because you always look so pretty.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Going forward from Medicine Hat, I've had so many people here who have helped me out. Red Velvet has been an awesome supporter of mine, and Debbie Arndt does my nails, and I've just got so much support here. And then going forward with Miss Rodeo Canada, there's lots of sponsors in place that way. So Smith Built Hats is going to be my hat sponsor for the year. I'm going to receive lots of apparel from Roper Stetson Tin Hall, which is the headquarters. The warehouse is in Airdrie. And then Wrangler. Wrangler is the rodeo queen jean supplier. So when I'm down in Vegas, I'm going to have a chance to visit in the Wrangler room and pick out some new swag for the year.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Wow, that's like the most exciting part for me is like kind of following your looks around, because just the fashion alone when you're a rodeo, queen and you're Miss Rodeo Canada. I mean, that's incredible. So. Yeah.
Well, she won't need a gym membership because her workout every day is just carrying that hat around. Like, look at that. Look
I
at that.
know.
Impressive.
The crown is it heavy?
It's not too heavy. It takes a bit of adjusting, but it's doable. I can handle it. Yeah.
Good. Well, once again, Miss Rodeo Canada, Ali Mullen in studio here today. Crowned Miss Rodeo Canada at the Canadian Finals Rodeo this past Saturday, and we're all very, very proud of her. Only the 7th local Stampede queen to go on to Miss Rodeo Canada. So it doesn't happen very often. When was the last time? I don't even recall.
The last time was in 2006. We had Aaliyah Moore, who was our princess, go on to be Miss Rodeo Canada. But 7, you say only 7, but 7's actually one of the highest numbers that any rodeo has sent on to be Miss Rodeo Canada. So Medicine Hat should be pretty proud.
Yeah, we are proud.
A lot to be proud of for sure. Yeah. Once again, joining us in studio, there she goes, Ali Mullen. So good to see you here, and don't be a stranger. I'm sure for all the world traveling you're going to do, I hope we'll see you a number of times here over the next year, and at our Stampede coming up again this July. So, yeah, good job. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Ali Mullen, Miss Rodeo Canada.
Contests, games, laughs, and your favorite hits. Get everything you want with KJ and Kirby
on My 96.